So I'm building a system that will essentially eliminate the problem that all skinny guys have, right? I'm building a master mechanism. I'm building a full foundational breakdown. I have this intuition that I've developed over years of trying to gain weight. And I don't say bulking because bulking is for people who are at normal weight. I was really underweight, guys, 62 kilos, 6'2". So I know what I've learned. I've learned so much through trial and error. But what I'm trying to do is turn it into a system that's like understandable. Like I know the intuition of how I should structure my own life, but I haven't broken it down enough to this sort of level where other people can apply it to their life with ease. I'm trying to build a solution. And that's what this consulting business is that I'm learning, how to deliver that, how to refine that, how to market it, how to sell it. And this dopamine detox is like the only reason I've been able to execute on what I need to do to make it happen. I've had this idea since 2022, actually since 2021, I think I had this idea. No, 2022. And I was never able to execute because my brain was just scattered. I wasn't able to take action. I was just a bit of an idiot. And now my brain feels clear and I can do all these things. Yesterday, I recorded 7 Instagram videos, batch recorded, scheduled to post. I feel incredible, man. Like it took me 10 months the first time I tried to do this to record 30 videos in a row. Now it feels like I'm gonna probably post like 100 videos this month, you know, between YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. It's like I'm gonna do 2 videos a day on Instagram. I'm gonna be doing nearly 2 videos a day on YouTube. Like it's mad. And then that's at a base level, and then if I get inspired, I do more. Maybe not 100 a month, but you get the point. It's like I just feel good about life. I feel inspired, and I always had this thing about discipline versus motivation. So many people talk about motivation. Sorry, talk about discipline all the time. I think discipline is a scam. Not that you don't need to build it in your life, but it's like you will never beat the person that is motivated if you're trying to use discipline to beat him. And they say you will beat him because eventually he won't be motivated. But what if he's always motivated? Like genuinely think about it. Imagine a person that is motivated 24/7. Like he's never not motivated. Your discipline cannot beat him because this is a different level of hunger. This is a different thing. And so what I'm realizing about this dopamine detox is that these instant gratification activities, they leave room for satisfaction in your life. They leave room for a feeling of completion, a feeling of having achieved. And what that does is it kills your motivation to do real things. And now that I don't have any of these instant gratification things, it's like I'm motivated every day. And if this keeps up, I'm going to outcompete any person that thinks they're using discipline. That's just the facts of it. So we'll see if it keeps up. I had a crack today. I struggled to get out of bed. I had really bad sleep. I woke up at like midnight, stayed up for 2 hours, and I struggled to get out of bed. I'll be honest, I got lucky. My dad texted me and said, let's go, we're going gym. I didn't know he was going to go. I was going to procrastinate, but he saved me, I'll be honest. Which seems to really contradict what I said, but I've been a walking contradiction my whole life. I'll keep it up, I don't mind. And good session with Jim. I've had a nap today. I've recorded an incredible YouTube video. I hope it lands well. I hope it serves people. I recorded the video, iPhone like this, the whole time, 20-minute video. And laughter was like, oh my God, it's for YouTube. I need to do it landscape. So I had to re-record it. That was long. I am building the most insane ChatGPT project. Like, guys, I only started learning about ChatGPT this year and AI is like, you've probably heard it. I probably don't need to talk about how revolutionary it is or how disruptive it is, but the main thing that I think I need to talk about is that like like if you, the people who are good at using it are really going to leave anyone behind that's not using it or is only average at using it. Like there's so much you can get out of it. Like you don't understand the as much as I want to say I'm motivated more than I ever was, and that's why I'm able to make content. Like a big reason I'm able to execute on all this content that you're going to be seeing coming out is because of how I've utilized AI. And I'm not talking about lazy, like give me YouTube ideas, but it's like at this point in this project, this AI has an insane amount of documents that label out my entire business hypothesis, every single detail of it. It knows the mental models that I wanted to think on when answering questions. It knows my entire story of weight gain. It knows every mechanism I've discovered. We've done deep research together already on skinny guys and the language they use and the specific problems they face. So when I'm asking for content help, it's like it's building it off of everything that we already know. It's not just shooting at thin air, you know, and I'm constantly refining this thing. So I'm able to take action. I don't have this creative fatigue that I used to have. I don't have this sort of productive procrastination anymore. I'm able to take way more action. Now I still do have it. I'll be honest. I could use ChatGPT less. I keep trying to refine it, but I've actually got to a point now where I've realized, okay, it's really refined now. I just need to take way more action, and I've taken more action than I've ever taken in my life. And I think we're going to build something incredible here. I think the bulking space is retarded. Like, quite frankly, I think it's stupid. It's not designed for skinny guys with a small appetite. It's designed for people at a normal weight that want to look big. They want, like, and when I say big, I don't mean they want to look bigger because they're skinny. I mean, bulking is designed for people that want to look like a unit. These people care about bodybuilding often, or bulking is not for underweight people. Underweight people just need to gain a healthy amount of weight, and that's a whole different process with its own set of problems. And a lot of the people that push bulking used to be skinny, so it seems like they're talking about the same thing, but there's different types of skinny people, and there's skinny people who were just habitually skinny. Like they grew up, they just didn't eat that much food, they didn't really think about it, and then one day they said, you know, I don't want to be skinny anymore, and they started eating more food, and they didn't really feel any resistance eating more food. And by the time they're 18, they put on 20 kilos and they're talking about, here's how I transformed my fitness, follow me. And you meet these people all the time, I do. First of all, guys, I've gained 15 kilos, yeah. I'm quite happy with how I look, yeah. I want to gain more weight, but I don't really need to. I'm not that motivated. And the people that know about my fitness goals, who used to be skinny, will say things to me like, bro, you just got to eat pasta all the time. Just like eat big bowls of food, always be eating. And they're like, trust me, I used to be skinny like you, bro. And it's like, you weren't. Like, you looked skinny like me, but you didn't have the same problems. You didn't have the appetite constraints. You know, you didn't have the sensitivity to fullness that I did. And you were more motivated to be big. Like, I don't actually care that much to be big. I cared enough to gain weight and look healthy, but like, be big. Like, I kind of want it. I could live without it. These people though, these sort of bodybuilder type, gym bro culture, like they just want to be big. It's a different thing. And so that's the bulking scene. I think there's a big gap in what they're explaining. They're explaining to skinny people why they're skinny. I think they're wrong. They're sort of assuming that skinny people are. They're indirectly saying that they're lazy or unwilling to go through discomfort and lack discipline. And those things would obviously help, but that's not the mechanism that's going on. I know the mechanism and I'm explaining it in a lot of my videos. And there's just a mismatch of information, and I'm going to fill that gap. And anyone that wants to take it to the next level will invest in themselves with me once I've proved myself and my solution. Right, I'm still going to stick to the formats. Right, so yesterday the goals, I can't even remember what my goals were yesterday. I should have recorded this at 4 in the morning, but I was still in bed, so I fucked that up. But overall, yesterday was a good day. Gym went well. I had back day. I studied the course. I made a bunch of content. Oh, actually, you know what? I did slack on my own personal weight gain. I didn't do my meal prep. which has really fucked me up. And I did my sort of last ditch effort to save the day because I'd only eaten one meal, and I ordered a fucking pizza, which I never do, and I shouldn't do really, but it does save the calories, but it doesn't solve the problem, because guess what? I still don't have food now. So like, just because you don't have food and you can order food to eat food in the moment, it really doesn't solve your problem. You need to prep food. I need to have food ready, and I don't. And I'm either going to store my weight or I'm going to start losing weight until I fucking prep some food. So I need to do that. I still need to do that. And it's so funny. I always used to struggle to gain weight because I would have these days where I would get absorbed in video games and instant gratification, and I would forget to eat, which just basically means you don't, I'm getting a mad thing here. You'd forget to eat, which essentially means you're not that hungry enough to realize that it's time to eat. And if you skip the meal, you don't feel any consequence, like you don't feel any hunger cramps or frustration that you didn't eat. So, but that used to be from video games. But recently, I've been skipping meals because I'm so engrossed in building this business and building this solution and creating content. So I need to fix that. The easiest way to fix that is just have food in the fridge and then have a timer that says eat, time to eat, and then there's no friction in making the food, so there's no reason not to. But right now, I know it's time to eat, and then I think about the fact that there's no food, and I go, I really want to focus on this, you know what I mean? And that's everyone's problem in the skinny struggle to gain weight niche, is that there's a lot of friction between getting the food in front of them and eating it and when it's time to eat. So they just skip it, and there's no problem skipping it because you don't feel that hungry. My goals today were to make 2 YouTube videos. I only made one, but I think it's really good. And it took me a really long time to get comfortable in this long form, but slightly more structured, scripted format. Like, I speak to you guys long form, but I'm just rambling. I fucking drew a whole whiteboard. I explained science. I did all this shit. So I think there was a lot of low hanging fruit that I learned today that will, when I start recording more YouTube videos, it will come way more naturally. So I'm happy with what I did. I posted some other short form content as well today. All I really need to do now is, if I can find time, study the course, but I absolutely have to cook. I need to cook. Like right now, I'm going to cook, and I absolutely have to clean the kitchen a bit. So that's it. That's literally it. And maybe edit the YouTube video that I just made, but I mean, that can wait. I don't have to post that today, so maybe that can wait. All right, I'm going to leave you to it. I need to get on with my life.